Welcome back to the SoBros Book Club. I'm Stoney, and today we are going to be talking about The Dark Between Stars, a book of poems by Atticus. Now, listen, I like poetry. To me, I try to read a poem a day, just about. I mean, I've got bookmarks in like 8 different volumes of poetry right now. I've got a leather-bound copy of some Walt Whitman on display downstairs, all kinds of stuff. So when I come across an interesting book of poems, a book that feels pretty sturdy, feels good. You flip through it, you're like, man, this is a pretty creative book. $5, the bargain table at Books a Million. I'm gonna give old Atticus here a shot. It turns out this is his second book. The first one is should have looked it up before I pressed record. In his second collection of poems, Atticus turns his attention to the dualities of our lived experiences, the inescapable connections between our highest highs and lowest lows. He captures the infectious energy of starting a relationship, the tumultuous realities of commitment, and the agonizing nostalgia of being alone again. While grappling with the question of how to live with purpose and find meaning in the journey, these poems offer both honest explorations of loneliness and our search for connection, as well as lighthearted, humorous observations. As Atticus writes poignantly about dancing, Paris, jazz clubs, sunsets, sharing a bottle of wine on the river, rainy days, creating and destroying, he illustrates that we need moments of both beauty and pain, the darkness and the stars, to fully appreciate all that life and love have to offer. There's a very nice sentiment there. And this book is broken up into 3 sections: dark, between, and stars. Right? It's creative, and you can flip through, and it's damn, lights are on bright today. You see there's like photos in here. You flip through, pages are different. It's black and white. Some are typed script, some is like handwritten. It's very, very cool. Props for creativity. I think my problem with a lot of modern poetry lies in a sort of redundancy. And I know it's hard. Like, it's not, this is going to come across as like I'm taking a shot at Atticus here. This ain't an Atticus thing. This is like all the bestsellers. When you walk into the bookstore and look at the poetry section, there's so much that is just a volume of poetry. It's 100 poems of like everything is the same. There's a lot of like sappy Tumblr poetry out there. And I see a lot of that in The Dark Between Stars. I mean, listen, if you like being beaten over the head with sappy love poems, this is the book for you. But there are portions of this book that just felt exhausting to me. Like I was begging for a little more slice of life. And it's not to say that I didn't like it. You see, I got my tabs in here. There were pieces in here that I was like, yep, I'm going to flag that. I'm going to keep this book on my shelf. And every now and then I'm going to pull this thing off, flip to one of these tabs, read through it. I love that. There were a few pieces in this book that felt pretty profound. They were savory. I read it and just kind of put the book down and let it marinate for a little bit and just kind of sat with my thoughts. But then I'd flip the page and read, I'm tired of their stories. Let's write our own. And that's like right here. Like, that's literally the piece. Literally the piece. And that's where I come down on the Tumblr poetry. It's like there is a lot of this in here. I rolled my eyes at some of it, and then I pushed through and got to the next piece. And listen, I was rewarded with that. Pieces you can pull from this book that I feel like do resonate. When it's over and over and over, it feels more like assault and battery than meaningful thought provocation. I ultimately slapped the 2 out of 5 on Goodreads for this book. Because I do think like it feels like a sturdy book. Like, it's comfortable to pick up. Pages are thick. I love the fluctuation between the printed script and the handwritten poems. I love the photography. I love the concept of this book. And yeah, I've got 6 tabs, 6 pieces in here that I'm like, damn, I'm gonna hold on to those, and I'm gonna read them off and on throughout the rest of my days here, as long as this thing's sitting on a bookshelf. And I'll probably buy his other book if I see it on the bargain table at Books a Million one day. While I appreciate the creative spirit, the creative endeavor, how much Atticus poured into this book, clearly, I respect that, but it's just not for me. This type of poetry, over and over and over again throughout the course of the entire book, it just kind of wears on me. It's not for me. It might be for you. Give it a shot.